Hello everybody, this is Howard the Teaser King coming to you with week 7 of the NFL. This is a huge week. I have 9 strong plays. 1, 2, 3, no, I have more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14, 15, no, 14, and they're all strong plays. They're all like 9 units or more. There's nothing that, well, I might take them. They seem to be okay. Now, these are like very strong trends coming at me this week. Very good bet against, very good takes. The matchups are perfect. The favorites, you got some weak favorites. You got some very strong dogs. It's just a beautiful week. This is what I say sometimes. You get bad matchups and you can't find games to play. And then you find this week where there's great matchups. The weak favorites playing the strong dog. The strong dog's playing a strong favorite, but they always beat them. The head-to-head is in favor of the dog, who's the strong dog. The favorite's weak as at home or on the road or wherever they are. It's a beautiful week. It's a beautiful layout. I have 3 locks going in the pros, 3 in college. I'm running a special on locks, $65. You'd get all 6 locks. It'd be in 3 teasers. You could use them to get ahead. You could buy my pros. You would get the 3 locks plus I might lock a couple more of these games because I'm waiting on a line to drop. If one line drops, there's another lock. But basically, there's so many games. I got a couple over-unders, and then basically just this team against that. They're weak in this area, and they're going into the strength of the other team. It's unbelievable. This is going to be a huge week. And I'll tell you, I've been nailing my pros. Last week, I think I was 11-2 in my pros. And I've been really hot in my locks. I think my worst pro week has been 9-3. I have been very strong in my pros, and in my locks are now on fire at 14-2. I was 9-1 going into last week, and I went 5-1 last week to go to 14-2. And my only loser was Pittsburgh, who nobody would have thought they wouldn't win. I had a -1. It's just win the game against Miami, who just lost to Tennessee the week before. So go figure that one out. It's just Miami's a good home dog, basically. So let's talk about, let me give you 2 games here. All right, Jacksonville's laying 1 to Oakland. Let's look at the trend here. Let's get into the trend. Jacksonville as a home favorite since 2010. If you bet against Jacksonville as a home favorite, it's 14-1 or 93%. That means 15 times they've been the home favorite. If you bet against them, 14-1. Oakland is a road dog. I can't go back that far because they weren't that good. Let's go back to 2014 when they got their car. Now let's go to 2015. They're 8-0. 10-1 on the road if you count them as a favorite. 8-0 is a road dog if you bet Oakland as a road dog. And in 14, they're 13-4. So they were just starting to get better, but I don't know if they had car in 2014. But even so they're 13-4 if you bet them as a road dog going against Jacksonville, who cannot handle being since 2010 as a home favorite. You go against them 14-1. And this is the strength of the Teaser King right here. Here's a weak favorite, weak home favorite, playing a strong road dog. This is the key to betting football right here. This is what I look for. This is how I create my strong plays, my locks. I'm not locking this game. I'm playing Oakland plus the 7.5, 8 points, whatever you can get them at. They'll probably win the game straight out. Jacksonville is not a strong team. Oakland coming off the loss to Kansas City. I'm not sure. I think it was raining and I didn't see the game, but Basically, they'll be pissed. Jacksonville's really not that good. They're probably a decent dog, but they're really a bet against team, and they basically lose all the time. And I got a huge trend on Oakland. So the first trend is take Oakland plus the 7 as a dog in Jacksonville. Don't even mess with the over-under. It should be a high-scoring game. You can probably go over. Let me give you the averages of these two teams. Oakland scores 25 a game, gives up 27, and Jacksonville scores 20 and gives up 25. So you can see Jacksonville doesn't score. They're kind of a low-scoring team. I would have thought they were higher scoring, but they're kind of low. Bortle throws too many interceptions. Here's Bortle's stats. He's thrown 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. This is as of last week. I haven't pulled it this week, but not a lot has changed. So he only throws 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, so he turns it over a lot. And we look at Derek Carr. He's got 11 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, not counting the Kansas City game. I don't remember what happened there. So let's say he threw a couple interceptions. So they're probably, let's say, 11 and 4. He's still very productive. Doesn't turn the ball over too much. He's got Amari Cooper. And this is the NFL, so as long as you can hang in there. So what do you need? You need the quarterback. You got Carr. You need the receiver, Cooper. That's what you got. So Bortles will throw a lot of interceptions, and Oakland can very, very easily win this game. They've already went at Baltimore and won, at Tennessee and won. So they've been on the road and won, and they've, basically I think they won as road favorites, which is the hardest thing to do. You can win as a road dog, but once you're road favorite, it's very hard. So take Oakland plus the 7 there. That should be a good one. And let's go to the Giants in LA. Here's some trends you'll love. Let's go to 2014. All right, the Giants as a home favorite, bet against 11 and 2. As a home dog, bet against 6-0. The Giants since 2014 at home. Oh, my fault. The Giants aren't at home. The game's in London. Excuse me. So let's just look at the Giants overall. The Giants, well, when the Giants are at home, you're going to bet against them. The Giants overall here are 31 and 7 bet against. They're 4 and 1 as a road favorite, 3 and 2 bet against. The Rams, on the other hand, are 13 and 3 as a road dog since 2014, and 8 and 1 since 2015 as a road dog. And the Giants overall since 2015, let's use this trend, are 19 and 3 bet against. That's 86%. So the last 22 times the Giants played, if you bet against them, you're 19 and 3. Let's make that the trend. St. Louis as a road dog is 8 and 1 since 2015. Since 2014, they're 13 and 3, 81%. And New York is bet against 31 and 7, or 82%. So you have a team here, the Giants, that you just bet against them, and you're going to win almost 90% of the time. And the Rams are a very good road dog. Last week against the Lions, they played very well. The Giants are kind of an under team. They're not scoring a lot for whatever reason. And the Rams, against the Lions, they look good. This should be a pretty low-scoring game. You could probably play it under, but I like the Rams in 9. Let's take a look at New York's stats. See, they're only scoring 19 a game and giving up 21, and the Rams are scoring 18, giving up 22. So this is a dead even game with two fairly low-scoring teams. I can't figure out the Giants why they're so low-scoring. They were a really high-scoring team last year, and now they're very low-scoring. I don't know if it's Beckham causing problems. I don't know if they have a running attack, but they're not scoring, and so that's what you want in a favorite, right? This is a road favorite. When these games are like this on a neutral field or in London, then it's a road game for both teams, and you look at the road stats. So when you look at this, it's just bet against the Giants. They're not going to do good. The Rams have a great defense. Casey Keenum's looking better. I mean, he's not great, but he's definitely, he looked good against the Lions, which everybody does. But the Giants defense, I don't think is much better. So I think it'll be probably a lower scoring game, and you get the Rams a 9, you take the dog. So again, you could play the under, but I like the Rams a 9. Just be careful because of the time change, and they're playing in London. It always, it always prevents me from really going all out on these London games, just because you're screwing up the guys' schedules. They're going to play at really 9 in the morning. I mean, you're in London for a week. I was just in France, and it takes you a couple of days just to get used to the time. It's a very difficult thing. And I wasn't playing football. I'm laying on the beach. So the people that are playing, it's very difficult. So you got all that air travel. Now the Rams played in Detroit and then went, and New York played, I think, in New York, and then they went from New York. Either way, it's still a long flight and a couple of days to get recuperated. I'm sure they're already there, but it's got to be very tiring. So you never know when you get out of schedule how the teams will react, but I'm always careful with that. Anyway, have the lock special going. I have 6 locks, 3 college, 3 pros going this week. $65 is a bargain. I think the 125 is a bargain. I mean, I'm 14-2 my last 16 locks, and normally I'd sell them for 1 1/4. So I'm just trying to help everybody get them down to $65. People can catch up with their man, or they're in Vegas or online, however they bet, and take advantage of this. But I got 6 really good locks, 3 college, 3 pro, and a whole bundle of pro games. I mean, this is 1 week I would buy the whole package. Definitely I would buy the pros and the locks. When you buy the pro package, you get the pro locks. You don't get the college locks. So that's why I'm saying buy the locks for $65 and buy the pros. It's a bargain. You'll make that money up easily. So anyway, www.teaserking.com. This should be a huge week. I got trends like this giant trend all over the place. I really look for betting against weak favorites with good dogs or strong dogs. If 2 good teams are playing and I have a strong dog, I play them. Bad road teams are playing good home teams. Everything's just in the mix. This should be a dynamite week. I really see that. I mean, it's just laid out there, and I mean, I theoretically could play every game. There's 2 or 3 I'm not playing, and if one line drops a point, I'm going to have another lock. I don't like the point spread's a little too high for me. I prefer a certain number, so if it drops and I can get that number, then I will definitely lock it. So anyway, good luck to you. Again, I'm here. I don't mind answering a couple of questions about who do I like in this game or not, but don't get carried away. I mean, that's what the advisor role is for. I don't know how many other handicappers you talk to and you ask them for advice and they just give it to you. So I'll give you a couple, but I'm trying to be the advisor, and in the advisor role for $50, you can ask me any games, how to play them, or how do I play the teasers. Now another thing is, if you buy the locks, I'll be the advisor for you. Once you're a paying customer, I give you the advisor role, so you can say, who do you like in this game, or I like this team, what do you think? And I've saved many people from playing the wrong team or the wrong way, because I got all my stats and my feel and everything. So that's what you want to try to avoid. So even if you are thinking about the advisor, you might as well buy the locks and just, you get the advisor thrown in there, or it's probably the best. Or if you buy the whole thing, then you get the advisor. So that's probably the best way to go, is at least buy the locks for $65 Again, I'm red hot, 14-2 the last 16. Last year I went on a 45-5 run, and just and you can look at my YouTube from last year and look at my history. It's all posted. Um, you know, I'm an analyst. I'm not a salesman. I pick games. That's what I do. I really love it, and this is my passion. So you know, I've figured out certain things that work, and that's the beauty of it. Like I just said, how many people know betting against the Giants are, what, 19-3 the last 22 games? How many? Who knows that? And it's only in a teaser. Probably straight up, it's probably not, obviously not that high. So that's what you get from me, is you get an 80-90% trends on games, and we're betting, and that's how I pick my locks and all my other games, and very, very successful. Okay, everybody. Well, good luck. Have a good weekend. www.teaserking.com. Come to the site, buy the locks, buy the picks, whatever you want. It's a great week for it. Okay, thank you, everybody.